Tonight we have a little Wizkids special and a little challenge, because Wizkids have sent me a couple of these little boxes. These are the paint night kits. This is the Red Slaad, and with these kits they're going to all the different stores and shops and stuff, and they are for you to paint a miniature, but it's supposed to contain the complete items, your paintbrushes, your paints and the miniature, to have an evening in painting your miniatures. So this is the Red Slaad. It's a beautiful little box as always, and it's supposed to have all these little paints in. You got the Red Slaad Vallejo colours, brushes, there's a water pot, and a pro tip: use the included plastic blister as a palette for your paints. So my challenge tonight will be to paint this miniature using only what's in the box, and we'll see how far we get. Now, to be honest, it doesn't look that difficult, does it? as long as I got some red in the box, I'm good to go. So I'll say hello to everybody in chat. Hello to my Scorpler, Michelle. Hello, Rod, and blah 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 blah. Goblin Squire. Hello, Hamish, and we got Gareth's in the house. Blah 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 blah. Ty's in the house. Carlos, hello Carlos. Did I say Gareth? I think I said Gareth. Okay, let's get this out and have a little look-see. Now, tonight is quite a special show as well, because after my show, as you all know, Philip is one of us goblins. It's his very first Twitch stream after my show tonight, so we shall be popping in to say hello to him. We'll do a little raid. If some of you can't make it, that's not a problem. It's just I just want to show him a bit of support for his very first stream, a bit like Reaper Miniatures did to me on my very first stream when they raided me, which was a very nice thing to do. So here's the miniature. Let's get the mini out and take a little look-see if it comes out. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I should have checked before the show. This is what I do. I don't like to actually. I like to surprise myself and realise I've got to cut the box open before I can take the miniature out. There we go. Come on, little froggy man. Let's get you out of the box here. Well, it's well packed in, that's for sure. Let me rip you out. There we go. Right, let's get you out this packing in as well. You should just pop out. Come on, pop out. There you go. Come on there. Whew. There's a boy. Okay, we got one little base. This is a little 50mm base. Now, I am going to stick this on with some super glue to begin with, just so I got something to grip onto while I'm painting the miniature. So that's the only thing I'm going to use that isn't in the box. That's a little bit of super glue. So we're just going to get this miniature quickly glued onto the base. It's just so I have something to hold on to while I paint the miniature. That will give me better control of what I'm doing. They are, aren't they? You've got to be like a stealth ninja to get them out of the packaging. Right, I'll let you sit over there a little bit, and I shall have a look at these paints. I tell you something, there's lots of nice paints coming with the set. Now, these box sets, like I say, they do say they come with everything in the box. So let's have a little look what's in the box apart from the figure. We've got all this painting goodness inside the box. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 12 colours, 12 different colours. We got 2 brushes, a little pot for our water. It actually looks like something you'd take to the doctors, but we won't go into that. And we got a little mixing tray just here. So let's get these paints unwrapped. Now the biggest problem you're going to have with these paints is mixing the paints, because they're in these small little pots. Probably the best thing to do is to take them off this little, cut them in the middle there, or you could I suppose shake them like this, but I think the best thing we can do here is probably split them individually, so we've got individual pots, and then we just give them a little shake like this. I'm not going to use my little paint shaker because I'm assuming anybody who's buying these little sets has not got any of the tools. So what we're going to do is just use the paints that come with the miniature, and the brushes, of course. So we've got a very nice selection of colours. If I can get them out of the box. They definitely know how to pack these things. Come on, there you go. Come on out. We've got to paint you as well as show the box off. Okay, so here we go. Now, colour-wise, let's have a look at the colours we've got in our set. Oh my goodness. It's like unravelling Christmas presents that have been wrapped by... There you go. I'm going to try a bit of plastic. Ah, yeah. Go away. Off you go. Okay, colour-wise, let's have a look what we got. We've got black, flat green, black green. We've got light flesh. Now, we've also got dark sea green, vermilion red. We have black red, heavy red. So let me see if we get this in. Sorry about that. There we go. And we got parasite brown, beastie brown, and refractive green. So we've got some nice greens, which we don't need much of the green, just for his back. So the way I see it, if we're going for the Red Slaad that's on the box, what I shall do is probably start off with the purple. The purple will be my base colour for the whole miniature, and then we shall go for the black red as our first highlight on our skin, then we'll go for the heavy red, then we'll go for the vermilion for the last highlight on our Slaad. The black will be for the claws, the two browns will be for, I don't know yet, we'll find something for that. The green is for the back, that's another very dark green, and the light flesh will be for the, I'll use that for the teeth. But yeah, I think we're good to go on that one. Right then, so we got our little water pot we got to use. And what I got is, I got a jug of water here. This is going to be quite difficult to do today, but I'm going to have a blast. Let's see if I can get the camera in the perfect position for painting today. We're going to be using this little tray, like it says on the box. Let's see what the brushes are like. Hopefully we got a decent set of brushes, otherwise this could be very, very difficult. And again, the brushes are kind of moulded into the box. So I'm going to have to hook them out. There we go. That's one. That's two. Now let's have a look at the brushes, shall we? Right, the brushes are a Wizkids Fine Detail Brush and a Wizkids Multi-Purpose Brush. Synthetic, of course, but they actually feel very nice. Yes, no, these are actually yes, I am so far quite happy. The stem of the brush is quite thin, but the actual brush tip itself, for like as I'd call a starter set or whatever. Normally the starter sets, the first thing I do is launch the brush through the window, but these are actually, well, we'll see how they work when we're painting them. But so far, not so good. Okay, I got a little tub of water, so I'm going to fill up my little water pot, and that's going to be us. And what we'll do is we'll probably keep changing that water as we go. So the only thing extra I'm going to be using with this set is I got some kitchen towel and I got my water. Hi Gerald, how you doing? And Scottish Andy, hello, and Paul Fish. All these people sneaking in while I'm painting. Okie dokie then, so we shall start with that purple and we shall go around. And the reason why I'm starting with a purple, because purple actually works really well as a shadow. Thank you for following, Danger Man. Purple actually works really well with dark reds, and it makes a really good undercoat to start with. Now, let's have let's see what we found. As you can tell, I've never used pots. I remember the old Games Workshop starter sets. They used to have these little pots, but this one, maybe I should have tried it before actually. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. They just ping up like so. Okie dokie. Now we do need to try and mix this. So what I'm going to do to mix it is I'm going to use a little matchstick. So we're just going to get the matchstick in there and give it a nice little mix up. And as you can see, it needed mixing. Because they're full, these are too small to get a good shape going. They'd mix perfectly on your mixing machine, but like I say, I'm trying to show you how to paint this from the box. So here's our little thing, giving it a mix with a brush there. There we go. So we just go step by step. Get rid of the mankiness. Just drink some Ribena. Ribena, and you all thought I was wearing lipstick. Okay, now this could take a while with these brushes because they are quite small, and you know I like my big brushes for doing heavy stuff. But the first thing is we're going to just try and cover the whole mini with our purple. And as you know, the Wizkids miniatures, they've already got a actual primer coat on, so we can paint straight on it. This miniature doesn't seem to have any mold lines. Maybe one there, little tiny mold line, but nothing major. I would like to use a bigger brush for this, and I'd probably get the miniature finished a lot quicker with a bigger brush, but I'm just trying to show you that you can use what's in the box to get your miniature done. Big booty brushes, yeah. Now there's nothing wrong in using a big brush for your miniatures at all. If the big brushes are doing the job for you, then using the big brushes is just an added boost to speed painting. You can get a lot more done. But like I say, I'm trying to use all the items that come with the box. And like I say, we've only got an hour. So I'm not sure how far we'll get with this, but I really just wanted to show you what's in the box. Renegade Shank, thank you for subscribing. I just wanted to show you what's in the box, and it's a very nice selection of paints, to be honest. And like I say, if you go on to wizkids.com, you'll find out all the details about these paint night kits. Now I saw the paint night kits when they did the Manticore, and I fell in love with the box set then. I was like, oh, I'd love to have a try of one of these paint night kits, because, you know, it's a novelty thing, but it's actually really good. So if you are thinking of, you know, starting out painting your own Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, these box sets are a great way to get you into the hobby without spending too much money, and you've got everything you need to make a start. And like every hobby, if you do enjoy what you're doing, you then can carry on buying better brushes, bigger pots of paint, and then, you know, you'll just move on. But for a little home kit, it's fantastic. Now I'm painting straight out of the pots. Many of you would probably add a little bit of water to the paint, but it's actually not too thick. It's going on very well, so that's good. If I wanted a lighter colour, then yes, I could add a couple of drops of water to the paint just to thin it out a little bit. But because it's I wanted a dark starter coat, the purple works fine for me as it is. All the purple Scorpula, yeah. See, Claire, she would be quite happy if I kept the Red Slaad purple. She would be saying, oh, keep it purple, it looks lovely in purple. Yes, everybody loves purple. Yes, talking about thinning paints, I can see you having a quick chat about it in chat there. There's many paints that definitely do need thinning. Games Workshop, especially the old 90s Games Workshop paints that I've got, even when I first started getting them back in the 80s and 90s, you really did need to thin those paints out. You really got your money's worth. They were really quite thick paints, so you was always adding a little bit of water to the paint to just thin them down a little bit. It's everybody's it's everybody's style is different as well. I mean, there's a huge thing about everybody thins their paints down. That is not the case in my book. If the paint is working from the pot, then that's great by me. It's that everybody has their own way of painting, and there's no right or wrong way in my book. If you enjoy the hobby, there's no, you know, just do it the way you want to do it. Do the colours you want to paint. Thank you for following. Limit break. Yeah, that's right. But there really is no one way to paint something. I mean, look at me when I say about my goblins. I mean, you know, I always paint my goblins green, but it's a fantasy miniature. Who says goblins are green? Like I've said this before, they could be purple, they could be pink, they could be any colour you want. You're just following artistic impressions from years ago, so they stuck. Because, you know, it's a fantasy creature, it's from your imagination, so there's no actual got raid coming in. There's no actual real colour that's applied. Welcome everybody from the raid. Always nice to have a raid. I'm just painting a Red Slaad. I'm actually doing a purple undercoat before you say it's purple. And I'm trying to use all the paints directly from the box that comes with the little starter set. So I'm using the brushes from the starter set, I'm using the paints from the starter set, and the little palette and the little water pop. So it's taken me a lot longer to actually add the paint to the miniature because I'm using a tiny little brush to actually just add the initial colour for my primer coat. So I'm working from purple down to dark red, and then we're just moving up the reds just to do the flesh tones, and then we'll just add some highlights. A very simple miniature to paint, but it will take me twice as long because I'm using such a tiny brush, but that's fine. You're all here and you're all chatting, and that's what it's all about. I need to try and return the favour to you one day, CJ Mini Painting. If you could actually sort out a day where you can do a thank you for following. If you can sort out a day where you do a stream after mine, then I'd be more than happy to raid you back one day with all my little goblins. So try and sort something out, and I'll help you like you're helping me with these raids, because it's really special of you to do that. Lovely guy, eh? Like I say, if you haven't seen CJ miniature painting, then you need to CJ, did I say CJ? CG. Excuse my mispronunciation there. Go check out his channel. He is just like me, and an awesome guy. Oh, Muse's Touches in the house as well. Hello. Jamo52, thank you so much for following. Now tonight is all about my Wizkids miniatures. If you pop onto my streams on Monday, I only stream twice a week, and I only stream for an hour at a time. I do Mondays at 8. No, I don't. I do. Yes, I do. Mondays 8 till 9, and I do a Thursday night tonight, which I do 7 to 8, and that's UK time. Mondays I do mainly Reaper miniatures and a little bit of crafting, and on the tonight it's all about Wizkids miniatures. So it's all your Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, loads and loads of goodness. And it depends what I'm painting. Like I say, tonight is the little paint night kit from Wizkids Games, and I'm trying to use all the items from the actual box set that comes with the box. So it's a bit of a tricky one, but so far the brush is working very well. It feels nice in the hand, and the paint is going on nice and even. And I can't recommend that enough, because 99% of box sets, and I know all you painters out there will totally agree with me, as soon as you get a beginner's paint set, the first thing you do is get rid of the brushes that come in the box, because normally they're a bit naff. I will say one thing, and everybody knows this, and that is my Reaper starter set. If you want to get into miniature painting, the Reaper miniature starter set, the core set green one, that is a very nice set if you want to actually have a learn to paint kit. That comes with miniatures too. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of paint on this miniature, and then I can actually get into the fun bits, and that's actually making it come alive. But the purple is just to start off the miniature. Now if I'd used my normal brushes, I would have probably been halfway through finishing this now. Oh dear. I don't understand how that works, Michelle. Excuse me. When you say, for those that came in with the raid, don't forget to reload this channel so the viewers count for Michael too. I don't understand how that works. And like I said, I've only been streaming since before Christmas, so I'm quite new to all this stuff. Oh, you've probably just noticed that I washed my brush. Now, the reason you keep on washing your brush is because it's, for a start, it keeps your brush clean. But even as I'm painting, what's going to start happening is if I don't keep that brush wet all the way through all the time, what happens is the paint will harden inside the brush as you're painting, and that's how you ruin your brushes. So the idea is, you know, you're keeping that paint on the tip of the brush like I've got there, and you just keep adding it on, but you just make sure now and again you give that brush a wash, and that'll keep it nice and moist, and it will stop that paint giving you that lovely star effect to the end of your brushes when they go and get ruined. So keep your brushes wet and clean all the time, and they will last a lot longer. And of course, you've got to change your water quite regularly, especially if you're using lots of different colours. Another tip as well is if you're doing metallic colours, always use a separate pot if you're using metallic colours, because you'll be having little speckles of pigment going on the rest of the miniature, which will be all sparkly, so you don't want that. So we use a different water pot when we're doing our metallic colours. Okay, I don't know what the time is at the minute, but I'm sure I'm not going to get this finished within the hour now, after it's taken me so long just to put on the first coat. But like I say, I just wanted to show you what is in the box. That's nice. In the future, I might try and do a few shows that are a little bit longer than an hour, but I'm not really sure about doing longer shows. But I do know it can be, for some of the miniatures, it will be very difficult to get the whole miniature done in one show. But what I try to do is, once I've finished the show, I will actually finish the miniature, and then when I upload the YouTube edited version from the Twitch channel, I will add a 360 to the beginning of all those shows of the finished miniature, just to prove that the miniature has been finished. Yeah. Now tonight I am going to be raiding my friend Philippe. It will be his very first Twitch show tonight, and I just want to show him a little bit of love and support and raid his channel after we've finished, and that should be about 5 to 8 tonight. Oh, it's 1/2 already. I've only put the purple on. I'm a speed painter, damn it. I am a speed painter. I used to be a speed painter. And of course, this is wet now. So my mini's wet, so I can't add anything else to the mini. Oh my god. Yes, I need to do 2 or 3 miniatures on the show. Muse's touch, I'll be talking to you. I have painted over 100 miniatures in one day before now, and that was skeletons, and everybody knows how easy skeletons are. The thing with it is, I batch paint like 10-20 miniatures a day, so this would be dry by the time I got back to it. So I do it in a rotational, and you all know I do it in a rotation. And I know you're taking the mick out of me. Oh, while this is drying a little bit, let me show you some miniatures that I missed from the Wave 14. Let me just grab 1 second. I missed a couple of miniatures from the Wave 14 set from Wizkids Games. This is from Magic the Gathering. So I'll just quickly show you these. I got 2 miniatures that I missed out. Let's see if we get them in. Let's get some focus. There we are. So this one is the Goddess of Justice. I missed them on the stream I did with the unboxing of all the Wave 14. Hiya, Nath. Is this Tal's in the house? Hello, Tal. Lovely to see you. Thank you, everybody, for coming on and saying hello. It does mean the world to me, honestly. It really does. It really does. It makes everything worthwhile doing. And it is very difficult for me to be on a live stream. I do suffer with a lot of anxiety type issues. So for me to do this really does build up my confidence, and especially getting the support from everybody. My confidence each time I come on stream, I get stronger. But some days it can be overwhelming. So it's not an easy thing to do. But I'm doing it, and I can't believe I am doing it. Hello, Renegade Shank, welcome. Yes, and that's Michelle. Actually, that is exactly the beauty of it, because 99% of you are actually goblins. Because I know every one of you almost personally, it does feel magical, because I feel like I'm so close to everybody. It is amazing. I mean, I know nearly every single person in chat, and you all know I've all played games with you. I've been in Dungeons and Dragons games. I've met you. It's just amazing. And yes, it is a fantastic thing, but you are still showing me the love and support, and that is very special. I mean, this is as well, this is my only job, this is my business as well, so for you to actually support what I'm doing is amazing. I know, Tal, eh? Okay, let me show you this other one, because I don't think we're going to get far. We're not going to get far on the wet purple Slaad today. Oh dear me, I do apologise. Now this is a beautiful miniature. This is one I missed as well from the last stream. This is the Cosmo Serpent. And this is again from Magic the Gathering. Now if you play Magic the Gathering, you'd probably recognise it straight away. Now I've never played Magic the Gathering, so I wouldn't know. But it is a very, very nice miniature. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you, Rod. Yes, I mean all newcomers to my Patreon and all newcomers to the Discord. We try to welcome everybody. Well, we do actually. We do welcome everybody. We try. We welcome everybody. We're all equals. I don't see myself better than anyone else. My painting, I don't see. I try to. I'm very. People say I'm humble with my painting. but it's just the way I am. I don't want anybody to think that I think I'm better than anybody else. So I help and encourage every single person. And I mean, I even commission my goblins to paint miniatures for me, because I love their work. You won't find many actual commission painters commissioning other people, you know, but that's just the way I am. I love miniatures and I love what people do, so I like to help as well, you know. Okay, let's see if we can get some more paint on this wet mini. Nope, he's too wet. Oh, damn it. I have to try and put some more paint on him. Okay, I'm gonna go with the reds. I'm gonna go with the reds. My stream has gone to pot. My stream has gone to pot. You're most welcome, Gareth. Let's put it this way. I would not commission. I mean, let's put it this way. I would not commission anybody. Let me get some focus in on the table here. I would never commission anyone if I didn't think they were up to the challenge. I may be a tabletop standard miniature painter for all my shows and everything I do, but I do know a lot about painting, and I do know a good paint job when I see one. So every single person I have commissioned on my Patreon, I do it because I know they're up for the challenge. Because I'm not a stupid man. I would not commission somebody if I thought I wasn't going to get a lovely miniature back. You know, you don't do that. You won't commission somebody if you think you're going to get bad work. So every single person I commission, I have complete faith in their work. Oh no! Michelle's on a roll. Oh, she's like, oh my god. Okay, I'm not going to look at chat for 5 minutes until you've all put yourself in the freezer. Okay, I'm going to try and add some dark red now over these. Now, I'm going to do the same things I normally do. I'm going to take some paint off here. Now, I could use a palette, but I like using a tissue. And I'm going to start going over with the red. And actually, the kind of the wet is actually... Oh, no, I'm scared to say wet now. Thank you, Michelle. So we can start kind of using the dark red, and we can start blending in our dark red into the dark purple. That'll actually work very nicely. So this could actually work in to our advantage. We can actually start blending the colours in using that purple for our dark highlight, a dark shadow, sorry, underneath the miniature. And then we just work up the reds, and if I could just quickly add these reds, we could get away with a very nice wet blend going around the miniature. And that would work very nicely indeed. I tell you, it doesn't need emotes, and it doesn't need gifts, Michelle. You, Renegade Shank, Muse's Touch, the rest of you, it would go downhill very, very fast. What I'll also do to this miniature, yes, Michael gift number 1, it would be permanently stuck to the channel. What I'll also do with this miniature, I will add a lovely base to it, and I will show you the finished miniature, that's for sure. What I'm doing here is I've got a loaded brush, and I'm going quite heavily over all the highest areas with the, one second, let's get some focus here, painting away and you can't see anything. There we go. What I'm trying to do here is I've got a loaded brush and I'm going over the highest areas, leaving that purple showing underneath in the deepest recesses, and as we build up the colours and the reds, it'll get lighter and lighter, and we'll end up with just a nice bright red highlighted tone. And this is also the way I paint my demons as well. Demons work really well with a purple undercoat, so you'd start off with your purple undercoat, and then it's just working up the colours, and purple and red just work beautiful together. They really do look nice. But this purple makes a lovely shadow, but it also really complements all your red colours going around the miniature. And of course we'll start using the highest areas now to start highlighting. So of course the top of the thighs will have the brightest amount of red, because that's where the light source is going to be coming from. And as you know, when I do a miniature, I always imagine the light is going directly down this way, so the light is shining directly down on all my miniatures. So when you look at a miniature, you're going to say, all right, the under of the thigh there, the bum, you know, on the knees there, all these parts that are hidden away are going to be your darkest areas. So what we're trying to do is just add the paint and keep that area dark, and just build up the light going over like the top of the miniature here. So we'll have much lighter on the top, and the tops of the arms, tops of the thighs, on the hands here. Get some paint on there. So these are all places that we want a lighter and lighter colour. Under the chin, we're going to keep that dark. A little bit on the belly there, so we just going over the belly. Keep it under the arms dark. And what we'll do as well, we shall start adding around the lip of the mouth. So just going down the lip of the mouth, so that just gets a little bit brighter. And around the cheeks, around the eyes. And the same here, around the cheeks of the eyes. All the places where the sun is shining down. So now we've got all that sun going directly down onto the top of the miniature. So all the highest areas. And let's get his little toesies done. Got the little toesies. A little bit of light shining off the toesies. And the fingies. There we go. So that's our first little red added. It's very dark red, but it's already blending in really well with that purple. And I'm already starting to enjoy this miniature. So we'll give our brush a wash. Let me show you as well while I'm doing this. I'm washing up my brush, and you want to keep a tip on the brush. So you've washed your brush. When you dry the brush, twist it, twist the brush like so. So as you are drying the brush and washing the brush, just twist the brush off the tissue, and as you can see, I've got a lovely point on my brush ready for the next colour. And you do that every time you change your paint. Okay, moving on. We are now going on to the heavy red. I mean, with my normal paints, I would just use the one red. I'd use a dark red, and then I'd just add white and just build the colours up that way. But we've got all these lovely colours that come in a set, so we're going to use them. Now this red is super thick. Look how thick that is. I'm going to have to add water to that one unless it's lots of liquid underneath. So I'll get another little matchstick here. See, that's quite thick there. Yeah, this is very, very thick. Look at this. That's a very thick paint. So I'm going to have to add some water to this one. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to get some paint, and I'm just going to scrape that into one of these palette pots here, because that is very thick, unusually thick, should I say. Now this could be an issue with heating. You'll find that if you keep your paints near hot areas, the worst place you could possibly keep your paints is next to a radiator, because you have to remember these are water-based colours. So if you keep your paints near, especially in these little pots as well, because what happens with the little pots, they get excessive heat and that builds up in these little pots. So if you keep your pots near a radiator, what's it going to do? It's going to suck out all that moisture from inside those paint pots, and that's why your paints go thick. So what you do then is just add a little bit of water and away you go. Now I'm going to have to use a brush to put some water into one little pot there. Just pop that in there. I'm just going to add that to there, a little bit of water, just dropping that into there. So that's not cheating, that's just me putting some water into a pot. Okay, so again, going back to that. Oh, Michelle, I'm going to be talking to you later. Oh dear. Okay, so I am mixing in a little bit of water now into my palette. Now what I'm doing is I got my paint on the brush, I am dipping that into the water, and I'm moving into the second little palette. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the water I need onto my brush here, and I'm just adding that to my second palette. I'm just adding the water I need, and there we are, testing it on the brush, and that's now perfect. So we've got a couple of drops of water added into that paint, and it's just enough to give it the colour I need. Now that should go on there quite nicely. There you go. And we got a lovely colour coming over the other red. And we'll just bring that over the tops. Again, all the highest areas of the miniature. Michelle, I've read a few things. And I'm trying to control my laughter inside here, honest to God. I'm being very professional. Now just highlighting the reds and using that purple. What's happening now is all the colours are blending in lovely, and we're getting a nice higher tone on each of the highest areas. And while I'm doing this, I'm still adding red and adding a couple of drops of water. So I'm making that paint nice and thin now, and I'm just going over all the areas I just went over a little bit lighter with that red I've just made up. And we're just building up that red, but I want to keep the purple underneath. So yes, it's a Red Slaad, but I really am enjoying that purple coming through. So we're going to just work our way onto that one and keep that going. And of course, once this all dries, it blends in even better. Leave my Harley Davidson out of this. She did nothing wrong. Oh my god. Anybody in chat, by the way, anybody in chat that's reading all the comments and thinking, oh my god, these are our best friends, by the way, just to let everybody know that this is how the goblins work. We are absolutely crazy people. We've all got a lot of love for each other, and we just have a laugh. So if you're a complete stranger to the show and you're reading comments thinking, oh no, what's going on? it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. We're all best of friends. Michelle is a lovely, absolute. You couldn't ask for a nicer lady. You couldn't ask for a nicer. I'm saying you couldn't ask for a nicer lady after she just posted all that. Yes, definitely. I totally agree, Michelle. I totally agree. Now, as you can see, the red is coming on nicely now. We're getting a really dark and rich colours, and the light colours are slowly coming through. But we need to keep building up those colours on the skin. So we're going to add some more reds now, and I'm going to keep on building up the colours. I need to check the time. We've got 7 minutes. Oh my! What? We've only got 7 minutes left. That is a really fast show tonight. I hope you've all been enjoying it. Excuse me. I'm sorry it's only been a short part of painting, but as you can see, it's coming on really well. But I will get this finished, and when I post the YouTube video, I will show you a 360. But I did say to Philippe that we'd pop in and see his show. I don't know. Does anybody know if Philippe is actually live now? Danger man. I'm glad you got the same mindset as the rest of them. I'm so happy you understand. I have to put up with these every single day in Discord. Claire, could you check to see if Philip's online, please? He is live. Thank you, Bold GM. Okay, we'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we shall jump in and see how he's getting on. Now, have you got any questions? Hello, Geek Curio. I was going to say, if Geek Curio's in chat, how isn't he? How's it so clean? Of course I love you all. Of course I love you all. It's been a fantastic stream. I'll rewatch it later and see what you've all been saying. I can't read all the comments, of course, because I'm trying to paint. But I'm sure I'll be rolling around later. Degenerates. Okay, then, I'm going to start tidying up because we'll get ready to raid my friend Philippe. Now, has anyone got any questions about this little box set before I finish the show for tonight? This is the box set, if anybody wants to see the box set again. So if you are looking for this set on the Wizkids.com site, this is what you're looking for. If it's upside down. So it's the Red Slaad. And you can get it from the Wizkids site. And of course, in the box, we've had all these items. And you get 12 different paints, which I think is fantastic. Now, I can't tell you the correct price because I'm living in the UK, but they resell them in the UK as well, depending on the shops. Now, they will be different in different countries, but in the USA there will be a set price as well. But if you go and check out Wizkids.com, you'll be able to find out exactly how much they are. Now, before I shoot off, I'll show you the other set as well. Now, this is the other set they have. This is the Dire Troll. Now what I'll do is I'll probably paint the Dire Troll on another Thursday episode, because this miniature is actually probably my favourite miniature that they released from Wave 14. So what we'll do is we'll go and raid Philippe now. Thank you everybody so much for popping in and seeing me today, and thank you for the raid. It's just amazing that people are supporting my work, and it's loads and loads and loads of love to every single one of you. So